Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Master, to him with a smile, you see how I have united them. Kedar and Vijay were sitting at his left. These two devotees had misunderstanding recently when Kedar had cut off his connection with the Brahmo Samaj. Regarding that, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, Master, to him with a smile, you see how I have united them. The Master had brought a Madhvi creeper from Vrindavan in the year 1868 and had planted it in the Panchavati. The creeper had grown big and strong. Some children were jumping and swinging from it. The Master observed them and laughed. He said, they are like young monkeys. They will not give up swinging even though they sometimes fall to the ground. Noticing that Narendra was standing before him, the Master said to him affectionately, come up and sit with us on the platform. Then you can dangle your feet comfortably. Surendra went up and took his seat. Bhavnath had his coat on. Surendra said to him, are you going to England? The whole thing, generally when we see, it is so simple and very clear understanding. But the first sentence, you see how I have united them. The split, God's and nature's one of the part is to bring back to normalcy. You have a wound, you have a cut, we can't join it by any means. Suppose there is a cut, we don't know how to join it, but how beautifully nature joins it. Within 3-4 days, it's again one skin, it was cut, and it has become one. By no means any kind of gum, this, that, nothing can join it. But you will not even see a scar left behind when it gets joined naturally. So many things we see in the nature, trying to bring back to just still water is there, put your hand and leave. Just put your hand inside and take away. Look at the ripples that go. You push the water inside to come back to its normalcy. How much of efforts it immediately pumps out the moment you lift the hand. And to the extent more than what was the water surface. And again it goes, oscillates there itself, releasing so many ripples. And last it comes back to its normalcy. So one of the God's nature or His way, wherever there is a split to unite, wherever there is a pain to eliminate it, wherever there is a bondage to break it, wherever there is suffering to eliminate it. So here is showing Did you see how? Means you too should do that. Wherever you find there is a split, be a media where you can unite people. To unite, you have to be one with nature and free from your personal identity. Then only you can unite. Nature is extremely compassionate and loving. When you are one with nature, the proof that you are one with nature is you will start loving everyone irrespective of their behavior, whatever they are, how nature is taking care. Even the most bad person, how he enters, sleeps, how he enters, come out, how the nature digests the food he eats, everything like a normal, any other good man and bad man. It doesn't distinguish. Its part goes on doing. Like that, when you are, if you want to join the broken hearts, what a part you have to play. Sri Ramakrishna says, look, these people had fighting and parted. Now, how they are coming together in my presence. That's our part also in this world. In a small way, in the house, day-to-day talks, these discussions and all, we feel we are not one, we are not united. Somebody has to sacrifice in every family to be the source of common factor of all. That person who doesn't have his individuality, doesn't have his personality, but one with nature and one with God, he alone can be the source of uniting the house. Every house, somewhere, a person will be there, ready to sacrifice all for uniting. So that's what Sri Ramakrishna expects from us. How I have united. The master had brought a Madhvi creeper from Vrindavan in the year 1868. Now we are in 1884. About 18 years before. And the creeper has grown. He had gone to Vrindavan. He brings Vrindavan Raja, the dust of Vrindavan, and few things like this you see, has brought a creeper from there. He wants the thing, the grace of, now if it is different thing from to bring a Madhvi creeper from Vrindavan and plant. Any nursery might be able to give us. But when it is brought from Vrindavan, so many people may be having Madhvi creeper in their farms or in this garden. I can get it, a piece, and plant it in my own area. But we see, to bring from a sacred place in its memory and carrying that same vibrations of Vrindavan, he wants to make the land of where he is living a Vrindavan. He wants that Vrindavan, the sand, the soil from there he brings and sprinkles in Panchavati. Puts a creeper, and Sri Ramakrishna is sitting and telling how the children are playing like monkeys. The nature, human nature, and on the other side, he has brought from a sacred place to make the place sacred. Tirthi kurvanti tirthani. He is going to Vrindavan. He is to give a validity to Vrindavan's greatness. And now the incarnation has come, and his own play had taken place in Dvapara Yuga as Krishna. Now he is here as Ramakrishna. He goes there to show the greatness of a pilgrimage center. What wherever a enlightened soul goes to a temple or something, it is to tirthi kurvanti tirthani. They are the people who make that place a place of God's living presence. Always living presence will be there of God. Vrindavan. So he wants to give validity and truthfulness, genuineness to that place. Yes, that is genuine. And bring that same atmosphere where he is living. Because all people may not be able to go to Vrindavan. So let the people experience Vrindavan here itself. We will make a place Vrindavan. So just like in our ashram, from the Dwadasha Shivalinga places, a stone from that particular temple area has been brought as far as possible within the temple area, within the precincts, and brought and made into a Shivalinga of that particular Dwadasha Shivalingas, and all the 12 have been placed here in the ashrama. Now, each represents their same vibrations, thousands and thousands of years back onwards. That stone was there in the same temple area. Now, we have picked it up. How many things that stone might have witnessed? Thousands of devotees coming, bowing down, taking the blessings from unknown time. And that stone, which was a replica or a representative of that place and this one, has been brought here. And the Dvadash Shivanas, those who cannot go, it's just like you are going through a small pilgrimage surrounding the whole area, whole India, passing through the same order of the 12 Jyotirlingas. So here we see that how they place the worth, the greatness, the sacredness, the holiness, the spiritual vibrations I can carry to my own place and make the place a holy for others to come and receive its grace. Noticing that Surendra was standing before him, the master said to him affectionately, "Come up, sit with us on the platform." The tree, around the tree, a cement platform has been formed. A tree is there below that. It gets the shade of the tree. There these people have been sitting there. So he is asking Surendra also, come and sit there. Bhamnath had his coat on. Surendra said to him, "Are you going to England?" Master smiling, "God is our England." Now and then I used to leave off my clothes and joyfully roam about naked. Once Shambhu said to me, "It is very comfortable to walk about naked. That's why you do it." Once I did it myself. Now, this is to remain without bodily covered. How the child is unbound, newborn baby to almost 1.5 years. or even 2 years, 2.5 years, they don't hesitate to move about naked. Especially in the Indian context, we see almost all children, small children, moving about freely without clothes. A kind of freedom of the soul, a kind of psychological freedom. It is something beyond expression. If one can realize how much we have covered ourselves, so many things we have bound ourselves with, many things. Again and again, we bind ourselves with small things. I should not talk to him. I should not do this. I should not. Now, every bondage, I am going to bind myself. Last, a few bondages will go away. Even when we are given sannyasa, when we go to the Guru last, after doing all the systematic ceremonies and the fire ritual and all that, shaving the head, and after all these things we have finished, last we will be given after even taking the vows of sannyasa, we go to the Guru naked and take like small children. We have given up all things of this world. Lajja, Grina, Bhai, all the ashtapasas, 8 fetters that bind humans, all are given up. And then freely we go to the Guru's feet like a small children going to his own mother and bow down and stretch our hands to get the Gerwa clothes. These clothes that Guru gives, yes, my child, wear this. This is as it looks like, and it is. It's a clay, reddish ochre clay, which is ground and in the water, made it watery, and white clothes are dipped in it, and again ramped so that it will become the Gerwa color. Now, these clothes, nowadays we use dyes, but that is not the intention. The intention is, I am covering myself with mud, what is so natural. So I am covering myself with mud, and it represents the fire also, the fire to transcend the nature and go beyond, that fire which has heat and light. The heat is the energy, light is the wisdom, heat is longing of the heart, heart longs for God. The longing is presented by heat, and that is the color of the fire that we use. Now, how many things are there, you see? Just and how we go, how we ask Guru. Yes, we are supposed to go in the same bhava, that awareness and feeling. We feel we are children. After that, we don't keep anything bound ourselves by. Even the formalities, all have gone. And actually it happens when the Paramahamsa Avastha comes again. It transcends all the limitations of nature. In Jainism, all sadhus, most of either they are Digambaras or the Shvetambaras. The monastics, whoever take the vow, they wear the white clothes or move about without clothes. They are called Digambara. The directions, Dik, itself is their coverage. How this beautiful understanding dawns, you see. how we are born. We just cover this body, but we are always naked within. Within the clothes we are naked. Nakedness cannot be removed. Artificially we cover it. Why do we cover? Because we have become bodies. I want to cover. All the 8 fetters, we bind ourselves only with the bodily identity. When the scholastic identity comes, I am the soul, not the body, but the soul within. The whole thing changes. All fetters fall away. All bondages fall away. My bodily identity goes away. My identity as the individual soul, Jivatman, goes away. Finally, my whole being is released from the entire nature. The physical body, the subtle body, the causal body, all the bodies that are covering my Atman, which is ever pure, ever unstained, ever free, ever blissful, ever peaceful. That is covered by this bodily identity, and I am covering that body which is covering my soul. It's already first ignorance. The nature has put on because of my karmic load. My soul has been covered. Now I'm covering body also because of the bodily identity. All this fall off with the self-knowledge, Atma-jnana. When Atma-jnana comes, what to cover? I am not this body, is known. Whether he covers with the clothes he wears or if it doesn't wear, it doesn't matter. He is not the body at all. So to that extent we move. And Sri Ramakrishna used to be free from all things, all that limits. And he was not able to retain it also. It slips off from the body because of his awareness, intense awareness of the transcendental. So, we see here, God, Surendra is asking Bhavanath, because he has put on a coat, are you going to England? Seeing the costumes that he is wearing, Western costumes, master aspiring, God is our England. These, all the Western places or whatever it is which we see one day glorious, Rome and all these places, Roman Empire, where is it now? All these places which we see glorious now, after a few centuries, you'll see that they are no more there. Or civilizations grow to the highest level, like the Roman Empire, and totally collapse one day. The greatness goes away. Where do you find all glory at all times is God. Where you find always bliss is God. Unending, eternal bliss, eternal joy, eternal peace, eternal freedom is only in God. So Sri Ramakrishna is telling, God is our England. Now and then I used to leave off my clothes and joyfully move about naked. He is wearing coat exactly opposite. He is covering more. He is removed the original cover also, normal clothing. One Shambhu said to me, it is very comfortable to walk about naked. But this is not the intention with which Sri Ramakrishna was moving about naked. It is comfortable. You are not your movements are not restricted. Shambhu is telling in that respect, you put just a cloth over, it is restricting your movement some way or other. Small way also. We wear loose garments, so movements are not much restricted, but still it is restricted. Still there is a weightage, still there is a bondage. But it is not for that this Thakur has removed. He has removed all the bondages forever. That's why you do it. Once I did myself. Surendra, on returning from office, as I put away my coat and trousers, I say to the Divine Mother, "O Mother, how tightly you have bound me to the world." He has office, he has to wear certain costumes, particularly the Western dress doesn't suit us actually, unless it is extremely loose. In West, temperatures are going in different ways. Now, the Russia, China, and all these places, always cold. It is like Himalayas everywhere. It's very high latitude. So, all the time, they cannot remove the clothes. All the time you have to keep yourself covered, and central warming, this, that, everything is necessary. There the dress they wear is entirely different from those who wear clothes where at the equator, where the temperature is almost very high, maximum temperature that you can see on the earth. Deserts are there. So much of warm. Now, here, those costumes we cannot use. We cannot use the clothing what they use. We use always loose garments because of lot of sweating. Now we are on the coastal area, on the bank of the ocean, where we are at the sea level. We experience quite a high temperature, and because of the high humidity, we constantly keep on sweating. We can't, to wear one cloth also becomes very heavy for us, and sweating becomes more. Like that, when he is wearing coat and all that for the etiquette of the society where he is working, they feel when they come out and release all those things, freely breathe and freely move. Oh, he is telling to Divine Mother, how you have bound me to this, with these tight bindings. He is giving example of the wearing clothes tight. He has other things. Psychologically, we are bound in various ways. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dritavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamedhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namami.